Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus, and today we have a very special episode because we are going to be playing with none other than Darkest Dungeon 2's usual suspects. So what do I actually mean by that? Well, you know when you go into Darkest Dungeon 2 where you're limited to 4 characters for like quite a long time and how that absolutely sucks? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing exactly that, so I'm gonna be playing with the 4 base characters that you have. So we have Man-at-Arms, Iron Man, Grave Robber, and Plague Doctor, which are all decent characters in the Butcher Circus, you know, apart from the Plague Doctor, but she does have quite a good purpose here, so we're not gonna be, you know, role-playing actual Darkest Dungeon 2 abilities, because not only do I not know them, they work completely differently. For example, I think Graveshot Blast only hits the first 2 positions, like really weird stuff like that. So yeah, we are not gonna be doing that today. What we are gonna be doing instead is we're gonna be playing kind of a mix and match between stress and just collateral damage here. So this is definitely a stress team. We have Grim Bandana here and Graveshot Blast, so just destroy everything, but we do also have the damage from Graveshot Blast as well as Emboldening Vapors, and the damage, or you know, the DOT from the Panic Towers to kind of just pepper our opponents while we keep the Man-at-Arms here to make sure that everyone stays mostly alive by just applying damage debuffs and potentially going for guards. Now I will say I did get quite lucky by going first because I just managed to drop the Duelist Advance, and after that they can't really go for like Beast Smile, Caltrops, even Harvest, but they don't have it. And I didn't get stunned either by the Brass Knuckle Spike Tree, so that was quite good. Very greedy of my opponent to go for that. So, in terms of today's music, we do have the Sprawl Combat. This is my favorite music from Darkest Dungeon 2, and it is a music that I really like. I quite enjoy it. So we're gonna get hit by a stun there from the Dancing White. We do get a crit repulse for 22, which is quite cool, but we do get stunned despite the Sturdy Buckle, so I do have Sturdy Buckle to give me at least a decent chance of resisting those stuns, but sadly that's not going to happen here. So I could go for the Vessel, I could have gone for the Bounty Hunter. Considering the dodge chance, I'd rather go for the more confirmed hit, and also the fact that the Vessel's closer to 0 HP, so she is whiting down unless she heals herself, which she probably will because she just got a crit, but it's fine. I will be able to click here and still have my repulse because that's how it works in the Butcher Circus, and we will take it from there. Of course, having our Plague Doctor being pulled is kind of what you should expect. I could have gone for a guard, but I guess that's why my opponent actually went for a stun on my Man-at-Arms, so I wouldn't be able to guard. That does actually make a good amount of sense. Now here, before I do go for the click, I am gonna drop another bell because I want to reduce damage. I could have clicked immediately, but I am somewhat afraid that they go for some big damage move, and I still don't have a lot of damage debuffs on them. Like, they could have gone Collect Bounty, just gotten a one-shot on me. I did not want to have that happen. They're probably gonna drop oh no, they're gonna go for Manacles. Well, it still does 6 damage, that is a big amount, but these two give you crazy amounts of damage on it. And yeah, this is a very aggressive stun team here from my opponent, like 2 stunners, there's also a healer, and then a Bounty Hunter to probably just get death blows, kind of be the damage dealer in the team, honestly, and then a Jester to probably just get a confirmed kill with the finale. I think that's the idea my opponent is going for here, which is pretty cool, I'll say. I'm gonna get an Affliction here on the Vessel because it might only do 33 stress with a satchel of 30 tricks, but once she does drop the Death Sword, she's gonna get afflicted and that Death Sword, so that's really quite good for me. Yeah, in terms of trinkets, I brought Pit Fighter's Helm, Eerie Eye on the Man-at-Arms. Like, this is as simple as it gets. You just bring a bit of protection, a bit of stress stealth, and you bring Eerie Eye. This is just Vello bottom Man-at-Arms that can also do other things, like just honestly can't go wrong with it. With the Plague Doctor, I brought Volatile Concoction in case they don't want to focus her down. My Plague Grenade is amazing, and if they do want to focus her down, at least Hazard Mask is giving me a little bit of survivability, not a lot though, let's be honest. On the Iron Man, I brought Sturdy Buckle just so I could at least resist the odd stun because I have no way of clearing it, and since he's going to be a valuable character, you don't want him getting stunned. And I brought Grim Bandana because it's just amazing for the Graveshot Blast, it's amazing for the Riposte, wow, crit 42. It is amazing for most things. And on the Grave Robber, I'm also keeping it simple, just Monkey Spot, Satchel of 30 tricks. I'll have to go command buffs to still have good accuracy on the Panic Darts, and I have a lot of dodge, a lot of wide skill chance, and a lot of stress stealth. So right now I want to use my Plague Doctor before she dies, so I'm gonna go for another Emboldening Vapors on the Highman here. So 2 Emboldening Vapors and it dies. The Plague Doctor is fulfilling her usual role today, so she's probably going to finish him at this point, I will say. But honestly, I'm not too concerned. Of course, going for guard here was a possibility, but I mean, there's Dirk Stab, there's Caltrops, there's Transform Slam, there's a lot of things. Now, I do survive to 75 because there is no justice in this world, but I'm not gonna complain about it, of course. So now I could go for a guard, but once again, there's still Dirk Stab. It is still very unlikely that it's gonna work well, so I'm gonna drop another Duelist Advance here onto the Bounty Hunter, and that is a big Duelist Advance. Was that 24 damage on it? Jesus Christ, that is a huge crit. That means that the next Grapeshot Blast is definitely going to be dropping him down to 0. And the thing is, if you have a team dropping Grapeshot Blasts, Panic Darts, there's pretty much no defense that can withstand it. Pretty much. So here goes a 50, or... yeah, it was a 50, so you do take that one. I didn't want to go for the immediate Valor, because the Death Blow doesn't really care about the damage debuff, so I want to apply the Valor after the Death Blow comes. I know that the difference is just 1 round on the Battle debuff, but that 1 round could be the chain. It could be, you know, the small thing that completely changes how the match goes, so you should always be on the lookout for that. On the lookout to have a very, very efficient plays with your bells and all that sort of stuff, because that's really what you have to get good at if you are playing with the stress teams and with the battle bots. So I am gonna get stunned here with my action gun, so I'm not gonna be able to act for quite a bit. I could go for another Panic Darts on the Vessel to kind of just take her out, and that is smart. But I also want to get the Bounty Hunter Afflicted, so I'm gonna drop him down to 0 here and also have some Blight on him, which is good. Vessel could move forward, which would be great. It's a rare occasion where we might see Masochistic actually come into play onto my favor. Let's see. No, Masochistic doesn't do anything. Of course, it's definitely maybe not the best affliction that you can get, but it's one of the best. Like, it just doesn't really do too much stupid stuff. Okay, I'm definitely gonna drop the Grapeshot Blast here. I might even do enough damage with a crit. No, I don't think I would have dealt enough damage. But that hurts. That hurts quite a bit. Of course, I have to deal with this finale here, which is going to be rough. If that Reaper Shroud does come into play too, he might just get a one-shot on my Harman after like a Rage or something of the likes, but there is a lot of damage debuffs. Now they do go for a finish him on my Men-at-Arms. I was stunned, so that was definitely a play from them. I still don't feel like that's too preoccupying for me. Sure, I took a little bit extra damage, but you're not going to kill my Men-at-Arms here, I don't think. By the time you kill my Men-at-Arms, the match will be over, that's what I'm trying to say here. So you're not fighting out, you're not fighting out either, but I'm gonna do this now. You're gonna start blighting out. I can kill your Vestal, no matter what, it's just gonna take a while. It might take a little bit, but I will take her out. He's gonna go transform. What are you gonna do? Rage? Rage on the Highman? Rage on the... wow, Rage on the Men-at-Arms. Yeah, he's really focusing down the Men-at-Arms. You can see you're doing essentially no damage because I do have to Pit Fighter's Helm, so I am quite tanky with that protection, and you have damage debuffs on you. So in a situation like this, unless you're an Arbalist with Piercing Coil and there's a mark, it is really difficult to break through a Man-at-Arms if he's just applying Eerie Eye Bellow debuffs on you. And he does have that Pit Fighter's Helm. It just becomes really rough to break through him. And usually that's really rough, means that you shouldn't even attempt going for it because the rest of his team is just gonna win while you're trying to slam into that brick wall. So I'm gonna apply another Bellow here just to reduce the damage a bit further. Alright, that is good. Also, keep in mind that debuffing the Jester damage is quite big here because he's not gonna be able to do as much with the finale. At this point, he has minus... he's probably doing like 14 to 25 with this, a little bit more, but with the protection he's doing like, he would probably have enough damage. He definitely has enough damage to finale me now, if he wants to, but do you really want to finale me at this point? I don't think so. So I'm gonna drop a Grapeshot Blast here. Oh, I haven't dropped a Vendetta yet. Can you believe it? Yeah, I guess being stunned kind of threw me off here. I still have a lot of damage despite not having a Vendetta, not gonna lie. I could drop it on the Jester, but I think I want some pressure now with the Grapeshot Blast, so I am quite lucky to hit it. Yeah, I was noticing like, wait, I only have plus 20 accuracy. I thought I'd drop 2 Emboldening Vapors, and I did, but yeah. Okay, there's gonna be abusive. At this point, I don't really... wow, 2 abusives. I don't really mind it all that much, because he would have enough damage to drop me down to 0 with the Dark Sapling, for sure. So, maybe with Fearful and 2 debuffs, and if this wasn't a damage trinket, maybe he wouldn't deal enough damage, but... yeah, Dark Sap doesn't have any negative damage mods on it, so you'd have to be quite lucky. That's a hit and stress, that is quite good for me, not gonna lie. And she's gonna have to heal after she drops the Death Star, that's a guarantee. Now what I could do here, and I have to get quite lucky, is kill this Bounty Hunter. I'm doing 36 stress. I don't think this is a kill. Wow, it is actually a kill. Satchel of 30 tricks, you're not letting me down. That is actually amazing that that was a kill. Not enough stress to take out the vessel, almost enough, but yeah. Now getting a death blow here is going to be really difficult for you. Masochistic moves forward, which is good for me because now Grape Shot Blast is a death blow if you go for Divine Comfort. Oh boy, you cannot get the kill with Dazzling Light, that's almost for sure. You have damage debuffs on you, you're at this star. You're just screwed. And now I get to drop a Grape Shot Blast. I don't even have to drop a Grape Shot Blast, but honestly the damage is almost guaranteed, so I'm just gonna do that. That's goodbye to your Vestal, and now it's only these 2 characters. So the Darkest Dungeon 2 usual suspects are doing quite well, not gonna lie. Yeah. Okay, a little bit of stress, that's fine. Yeah, the Man-at-Arms is gonna go down here. Oh, or not yet at the very least, but he will go down eventually. It could move back here, but it doesn't accomplish anything. So I'll just drop a Bellow and let's finish these 2 characters off, because at this point the Plague Doctor, I mean the Grave Robber could probably 1v2, unless the Jester gets a crit finale, but yeah, at this point I really doubt that they're going to win this. Unless they... I mean, there's a chance, but it's so minimal, you know? But there is a chance for them. They just have to get a finale crit on my Highman, just remove him that way. Because they are abusive, they have plus damage, but they really need to get a finale crit, and then they need to stabilize slightly with the Abomination and try killing my Grave Robber somehow, maybe through permastuns. They can do permastuns if they're smart enough to go for it. But yeah, they still have to kill my Man-at-Arms. He finally goes down, but at this point I can just take out this Abomination easily with the Grape Shot Blast here. So yeah, he's gone. I get lucky on the death blow as well, but it wasn't necessary. Even if I didn't do enough stress, he would just be gone to being in transformation mode, and the Jester could have done an act out or something. So there goes another Dark Sap. Do you really not have enough damage? With 6 buffs, I mean, you do have 2 valid debuffs, but you have plus 30% damage here, plus 45% damage, and with that you don't think you have enough. Like, I think that my opponent here is definitely through this a little bit, because it's round 8 and they still haven't used their finale. They had the position 1 Jester, they had to drop the finale very early. But the biggest problem with this team, honestly, is that it would work if it had a Arbalest instead of a Vessel, because getting 2 stuns is quite cool, but if you had an Arbalest to just do damage and get a finale off earlier, you could have gotten a massive lead going, and a lead that a team like this, which is decent but not great, wouldn't have been able to come back from. So I am gonna drop the Panic Darts here, and that's gonna be goodbye to your Jester. So GG to my opponent, let's try a match number 2. Alright, and on to a match number 2 we go. So this time we're playing against Vagar, which almost looks like a dragon name, but not quite. And they are playing a stress team now. This is a Darkest One opponent I have not faced before, but I will say they're definitely playing their off-meta teams today, because I see a Hellion, right? Now, who's gonna win, the Hellion or the Plague Doctor? They're both garbage, but we'll see. So hopefully I resist that stun. Wow, that is massive. Okay, you're already getting punished for bringing Gleaming Breastplate instead of the Brass Knuckles. So I am able to keep my Harm in action, and I'm just gonna drop a Duelist Advance onto your Abomination here with a crit. Holy moly. Yeah, and we do have the Tangle soundtrack going, so it is my second favorite from Darkest Dungeon 2. I find it quite cool with the drums and all that. Yeah, I do like the Sprawl a lot. I also like the Tangle. I think the regions in Darkest Dungeon 2 were very well done. I just don't like the game overall. It's a bit saddening when you think about it, but the game just doesn't really appeal to me all that much. Now, I will drop a bolster this match, because the anti-stress and the dodge is going to be quite helpful, I can feel. So I'm gonna do just that, while the Bellow probably wouldn't be quite as good. I do want to keep my riposte in positions 2-3, so I'm able to counter that Abomination just spamming the Beast Pile, because he definitely wants to do Beast Pile in this match, at least I think so. I could drop Plague Grenades, or I could just start going Emboldening Vapors, but here's the thing, considering Bellow debuffs and considering this is stress for stress matchup, I don't think that my Harman is really going to be doing that much damage, so I don't think that going Emboldening Vapors is going to be that smart. So I might be going for something else instead, but before I do go for that something else, I'm going to drop a Panic Darts on that Vestal. Now my crit chance against her is reduced, you can see there, because of that Gleaming Breastplate. Is it the one trinket that reduces crits? I think it is. The one trinket that has minus crits received chance, so it is quite an interesting one. But it's a solid trinket. No, it isn't a solid trinket. I'm just saying that out of my ass. It's really not a good trinket. Wait, did I get a double crit there? Or did I get just one? I'm not entirely sure. I got at least one. Yeah, see how I'm already doing 0 damage despite there being no Bellow debuffs on the Plague Doctor? And despite them having only 10 prot and 15 prot? Yeah, that's Plague Grenade for you. So, my accuracy has gone down significantly already. I am gonna drop a point blank shot here. There's two reasons behind it. Reason number 1, damage the Hellion. Reason number 2, put me in position 2. And even if I don't push the Hellion, then the Abomination can't go Beast Pile, which is better for me. If the Abomination wants to de-transform right now and stun me, I'm okay with it, because my Grave Robber doesn't really do anything at this point. Now what I really want to do here is I want to take out the Vestal, because if the Vestal's out, there's no infinite healing from my opponent. So if I do get her out, I'll be able to make use of all the DOT I have, and my opponent's characters will be suffering immensely after something like that happens. I could drop another Plague Grenade immediately, or I could go for a Bellow first. I will go for a Bellow first, because I feel like the Abomination could do a bit too much damage here. Or I could move forward. Yeah, I'm gonna move forward. I don't think bellowing... no, bellowing would be good, but I think this is going to be overall better, because now I can actually use my Panic Darts without having to Shadow Fade, and my Harman is in a good position. So I'm gonna get slammed here, and I resist the move. Class of the Beast gang. Write down a comment if you're Class of the Beast gang, and I share your pain, such as Vagar also shares your pain too, I think. So right now I'm gonna drop a... What do I want to drop? Do I want to drop a Plague Grenade first, or do I want to drop a Panic Darts? I'm going to drop a Panic Darts first. Let's go for it. 78 hit chance. Yeah, those minus 30 accuracy DPS are kind of ruining me. But I'm just going to have to live with them. You're going to get way too much white on you. You're going to apply way too much white when you're playing with a team like this. When you're just doing Plague Grenade stacks on your opponent's side. So eventually what's going to happen is you're going to be at this store and they're still going to be eating like crazy amounts of white. Fails another 80, by the way. Jesus Christ, that's unlucky. Yeah, that is unlucky. I mean, there's nothing else I can really do at this point. I don't have Noxious Blast, because there is no space for Noxious Blast in this team. You want the heal, like the heal is indispensable, you're not going to say no to the heal. Emboldening Vapors really helps on the Highman in most matchups. Plague Grenade is amazing, it's the reason that you have to focus the Plague Doctor down. If you're the last character alive, you need Incision, so where's the place for Noxious Blast? It's just not there. So I'm going to get pushed around again. Keep in mind you're taking stress with the Abomination every time you do that. And right now I could Duelist Advance and honestly be okay here, but I'd probably rather Grave Shot Blast and not have to Shadow Fade. So you know what? You can play that game. You want to slam me, I'm going to keep moving forward. You're going to be taking stress, you're not going to be applying your second round of Warrior, and I'm going to be resisting some of those moves. I think this is favorable for me to just keep my characters alive and happy. So right now, I could make you take enough stress to drop the Death Star and get afflicted if I drop another Plague Grenade, so I'll do just that. They haven't dropped a bolster yet, which is interesting. I do 8 stress, which is going to be just enough to drop that vessel down to 0 and get herself afflicted. Right? Yeah, there's no minus stress taken here, so it's definitely going to be enough. Unless they drop a bolster now, but I don't think bolster changes 5 to 4. They're going to drop a Bell instead. I will say I'm losing the stress war by quite a lot, but I am winning the DOT war. I do have that going for me, so here goes Fearful. I could also drop a Vendetta. before I go for the grave shot blast spam, because right now I have 50 accuracy, which really isn't enough. Yeah, do I really have 50 accuracy? That's a move back. Oh no, it's a triple grip shot miss. Classic. 45 accuracy on each of them, yeah. Wish I had gone for an act out vendetta, that would have been great. And you go selfish. Selfish has a chance of passing, doing silly stuff too. Come on, go judgment and miss or something. No, just comfort. Alright, alright. How normal of you. I'm gonna pass with my fearful, so that's 2 immediate affliction act outs, and that is quite rough, not gonna lie, because they're both essentially passes. And those are my 2 important characters. I'm sacrificing my men-at-arms turns to make these 2 characters be useful, and they're not being useful. So I am not enjoying the situation at the moment. Class of the Beast Gang actually applying an affliction there, and I go irrational, which is the worst. Damn it, this is not going well. This is really not going well. Okay, I'm still gonna move forward. Unless irrational... Oh, the extra stress. I gotta keep doing this, because I have to take out the Vestal, and once I take out the Vestal, I'm in a good position to win, because you've already dealt a lot of your stress from the horror. So I will be able to win this, I think. Yeah, this team is just quite sorry, not gonna lie. There's also that. I have minus 45 accuracy, oh god. I'm gonna go for it anyway. I do have plus 18. 58. Oh, Jesus. The debuffs. The debuffs. Why don't I have a flat front or something, and an abomination, and a doggy? Yeah, this team is so sorry. It's just that you got 3 characters which I don't feel are great. And yeah, usually base game teams are really meh. Especially base game teams from DD2. Like, even DD1 is bad already, so DD2 is just as you'd expect. So I'm gonna go for the Hellion here, even though the debuff chance is less. I mean, of course I failed the 80. They did fail 2 80% stuns. I'm gonna give them that. They haven't been the luckiest so far. And Selfish, what is Selfish gonna do? Nothing. Selfish is gonna do absolutely nothing. She has to go for a self-heal here, and the biggest problem with Plague Grenade at this point is that it does 8 stress. Like, it does nothing. It doesn't even crit. It has 6% crit mod. So it is definitely on the horrible side of crit chance. There was someone like yeah, 6% crit mod because of that nasty stuff. There was someone saying like, oh, it crits a lot. Like, it doesn't. It really doesn't crit a lot, and you don't need it to crit either. It usually does enough duty if you just apply it twice. But the problem with stress teams is that they have a hard time following it up with the death blows. That's really the biggest problem here. And of course I'm doing 0 damage, so you're not gonna get death blows with her. Some people play Plague Doctor with Finisher. They just bring Volatile Concoction Finisher on her, but I mean, you're doing 0 damage with the Plague Grenade anyway, so I really don't think that's too good. So at least the debuffs have gone away for a bit, so I'm gonna drop this. I'm not doing enough damage, but at least that's a lot of stress. I mean, but if you look at the stress difference, I have like 200 stress, 250 stress on them. They have 320, 460 plus 80, yeah. They have applied more than double the stress I've applied to them. Yeah, slightly more than double. So this isn't looking too good, but you are at the store, so I can go for a death blow if I want to. And guess what? I will go for a death blow here. I have plus 5 accuracy, so hopefully it hits. Yeah, it hits 2 characters, that's alright, honestly. Wish I hit the abomination there, but I'm okay with just hitting the men-at-arms. This is gonna be a self-heal, unless... Come on, Selfish, you've been selfish for 3 turns. Oh, of course. Yeah, don't you just love it when your opponents act out the correct action? Like, personally, I do love it quite a bit. Okay, I'm gonna bellow... Or not. I'm gonna try bellowing, and I'm gonna get ignored. This is not going too well. As I say so, I get crit in the face, and now my Plague Doctor gets afflicted from that, even though the crit was 2 positions away, Jesus. And now I'm paranoid, which is minus 25% damage, so if there are any doubts if I was actually gonna do damage and get death blows, there should be no doubts anymore. Now I'm definitely not going to do damage to my opponent. Yeah. Okay. This is really rough. Like, the thing is, if I had a flagellant here, I mean, let's be honest, my opponent's team isn't the greatest either, but if I had a flagellant here, I wouldn't be... These two front characters wouldn't be able to deal with me, like, that's for sure. And these two back characters would still be dead. And they still wouldn't be able to deal with me either, like, a flagellant would just completely break this team. And a flagellant would not break my team, because... Oh, you're gone. Because I have panic darts, I have Higher Man, I would be able to almost deal with him. Emphasis on... Oh, almost. Ugh, this is so many passes, Jesus Christ, my team is just paralyzed. If I had gone on the death blow earlier, I kind of had a chance, but DD2's unusual suspects is horrible. Where's my emboldening vapors for, where's my battlefield medicine heal for like 25% max HP, where's that? Limited to 3 uses. I don't think that should be in the Butcher Circus though, I think that would be weird, yeah. It cures fire as well. Imagine if there was fire and just that would be pretty funny. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop another Grape Shot Blast here, or just have another act out because yeah, my characters do not want to do what I'm telling them today. I mean, what I'm telling them isn't working either, so I mean, sure, do whatever you want. Very smart of my opponent to go for the Man-at-Arms action first, because he was biting out anyway, and there's no way I do any damage, especially with a Battle debuff on me. So yeah, there's no freaking way I'm gonna do any damage with the Plague Grenade. Not to mention that... Yeah, my Plague Doctor wants to finish this match faster. So, you know, it says Death Blow chance 40. Even if you get a crit, you're doing 0 damage. Well, let's keep that in mind. Maybe Selfish moves forward now and Abusive kills Selfish. Selfish moves forward and passes. You can't do that at this point. Let's see. Okay, Selfish pass. Alright, there's a chance. It is minute, but there's a chance. I'm gonna go for... Fearful, stop passing, please! That's 3 passes, man! I wanna have a win chance, please! I can't lose to Hellion, no! I'm gonna lose to Hellion, dude! Can't believe it. Goddamn Hellion. Yeah, she's OP, she definitely needs a nerf. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah, she misses. Hellion's so trash. I've already used up my action, though. Oh, boy. Okay. Plague Doctor, please do damage. Oh. Okay, almost stressed out. I need another Selfish pass. Yeah, I do need another one. And I need Grape Shot Pass to be like, I don't know. Move forward. Yeah, I can hit you now, so if you go Comfort, you're probably dead. I mean, how many Battle debuffs do I have on me? 2? I can do 4 damage. I think I can do 4 damage. Yeah, 3 to 6. Yeah, that's enough. Oh, can you imagine if I... Yeah, because these crits are really valuable. The Grape Shot Blast really hurts these front characters. Like, I had a win chance here, but stupid Grave Robber just stealing so many panic darts from me. This Man-at-Arms should be dead too. There was almost a win chance here. Keep in mind I have Incision, so if I'm the last character alive with the Plague Doctor, I can still do something. Okay, here goes the Battle Dodge. I have 59 dodge. Oh, I actually dodged. No way. No, don't do stress. Don't do stress. Okay, thank God. Don't do stress? No? Okay, don't transform. Don't transform. Please, don't see it. Think like, oh, I'm gonna go for a stun. And he does go for the stun. Yeah, instead of killing my Grave Robber with a guaranteed chance of just transforming, you just go for the stun. Don't worry, she'll pass anyway. Oh, she doesn't. Finally, not a pass. Should I go for the kill on the MAA? Yeah, I think so. Alright, that's 1 Man-at-Arms down. You know what, that's 2 prestige points. I'm gonna have to be happy with this, I think. Yeah, probably. Come on, Abusive. Don't be... I mean, pass or something. I don't know. Do something bad. Yeah, you don't even have to hit me at this point. He's pretty much dead. With the Grim Bandana, I think he might be taking enough stress. Maybe not. Let's see, how much stress does he actually take with Grim Bandana? So, he's at... he takes 9. Oh, it's because of the bolster. Yeah, it's because of the bolster. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, and the Sturdy Buckle does counter that as well. I totally forgot. Yeah, here comes Breakthrough. You didn't even need the crits. I mean, both of them were dead already, but now they're extra dead. And at this point, I'm gonna drop Emboldening Vapors on myself, because that's the best thing I can do here. So my... oh, actually, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do this, and now my Incision is gonna hurt. Yeah, get ready for it. Incision is gonna destroy you right now. They don't have Wicked Hack, they have If It Bleeds. That's so weird. Why did you bring If It Bleeds? It's such a horrible ability. Oh, thank you for moving me forward. Don't mind if I do. Time to Incision here. If I get some crits, I'll be able to do something. But I have to get quite lucky. I mean, maybe I should have dropped another Emboldening Vapor, should I? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I gotta get the bleeds here if I want to win. I mean, winning here is very, very complicated. I mean, sure, if you want to go Emboldening Vapors again, be my guest. You're almost dead, but I'm gonna go to the last sliver of HP here. Because this match was almost close. I wanna see it through. Yeah, there's an act out there for the Affliction. Masochistic, it's the best one, of course. And let's see. Transform. This is gonna be a stun, isn't it? No, don't perma-stun me. No, Plague Doctor, don't get perma-stunned. No. Yeah, we're gonna get perma-stun shenanigans. And move forward. If It Bleeds actually works here, but look at this, it's still so garbage. You'd be better off just healing yourself, just so my Incision doesn't do enough damage to drop you down to 0 after it or something. Make sure that you don't miss the Yop. Honestly, you'd be better off doing that. What are you doing If It Bleeds? Okay, I mean, it works here. Yeah, I'll be dropping down to 0, and I'll be Smile. If it does 2 damage, which is likely, it's just gonna be a GG. Oh no, it actually misses. Well, I have 53 accuracy on me. That's actually not too bad. And you know what? GG to my opponent. I'll do the Incision of Death. So let's do this, and GG. Alright. I'll play to them for sure. I think they played that about as well as they could have. I mean, not that this team is too difficult to play. Kind of like mine. This matchup was a weird one, for sure. I think that focusing down the Vestal is definitely the best thing I could have done, but it just, I just didn't do enough stress too quickly, because this team just... it doesn't do enough stress, it doesn't do enough damage, it doesn't do enough. It is just a very sorry team that should stay in DD2. And DD2 should stay in DD2, and I should stay away from DD2, because I do not like it. Not that I don't like Red Hook, they've been okay recently, but I don't like DD2, it's just not a fun game. So yeah, anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's video. Feel free to suggest more teams that don't involve DD2, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers.